Hi, myself Bravin. I'm from Computer Science Department. Today we are going to see a topic about hacking, and hacking we are going to concentrate on packet capture. Okay. Before going to the topic, let me say something like this video is purely educational purpose, so please don't try this. Okay, let's go to some basic concept about what are these things and all. So initially, let us take a system. You have a system in front of you, and you want certain data which is available in the external world to be connected to a particular system. What do you do? Like, for example, you have data in a pen drive, and the data from the pen drive should be connected to your system. The data should be transferred from pen drive to your system. What do you do? Like, you will simply take the pen drive and you will plug into the port, USB port, so that both the devices like your computer and your pen drive can exchange information between this port. So it is clear now that if you want to send some data from external area to your particular device, what you want to do? You need a port. Port is something is essential to get the data from external world to the computer that we are moving. Similarly, let's now concentrate on internet. Internet is nothing but a group of system is going to be connected in a network. So now it is not so clear like the USB that we are talking about. So in the case of pen drive, you know exactly what is the system, what is the data, and where you have to connect. Everything is clear. But in the case of internet, we are going to get some information from another system to our system. So what is that? We don't know where the information is going to come from. So to solve this issue, IP address came into existence. So what is IP address? IP address is nothing but to identify a particular system in a network, you need IP address. So in the case of IP address, you can identify a particular system. Now, from one system to another system, how this information is being transferred? We already talked that any information that is coming into the system, it comes only to the port that is available in the system. If you see this example that we have illustrated already, like a USB pen drive, when it is connected to a system, the information flows. So you can see this diagram. See, in our system we have a number of ports which is available. So using this ports, information from the external world is getting into our system. So this is a port which you can call as a physical port, which is available in the system. So when we are talking about information that is being transferred between the system in the internet that is connected using an IP address. So in the IP address, you need certain port so that the system can receive the information from that particular system. Let me say in detail. For example, in the physical, if you are talking about the physical port, you'll be seeing in a system like 7 to 10 ports are available physically in a system. But if you talk about virtual port is nothing but you will be having like 65,530 ports are available in your system. Using the ports, the information is getting into the system. So why I am telling about this details and all this. So before getting to the topic like hacking, you need to know where the packet is coming from and where it will be received to a system. That details you should know, because we are concentrating on hacking. Like the data reaches in a particular port. So whenever we are putting a recorder over there in the particular port, you can receive all the data. So it will be clear. We'll see an example, no problem with that. So to say about virtual ports, some important ports are like port number 20 and 21 there, which is going to be used for file protocol, and port number 80, 443 is there, which is going to be used for HTTP ports. So HTTP port is nothing but whatever you are typing to receive a website content, that content will be sent from this port number 80, port number 443 to another system. So another system will receive this information in that particular port and they will respond back to this port. So whenever a system is getting this detail, it will be received in the particular port. So if you are giving some recorder, if you are placing some recorder in the particular port number 80, you can receive what are the website that has been traced by that, what are the website that is coming into the particular system. So this is the case. So we need to know about this port number. So it is unimaginable, like there are 65,534 ports available in the system. Now we have a clear idea about what is port. Now, whenever a system is connected to internet, the data from one system to another system is being sent using some protocol. So important protocols that we are going to see in the TCP layer, transport layer is TCP protocol and UDP protocol. So to say something about this protocol, TCP protocol it is like a handshake thing. Like whenever you need to send some data to another system, there will be connection established between the system, and after establishing the connection, the data will be exchanged. But in the case of UDP, there will be no connection. So simply they can push the packets. So to say something about packets, so each and every information will be separated in the form of packets. So whenever information is going to flow, each information will be sent in the form of a packet. So what we are going to do is we are going to concentrate on recording the packets in the computer. So I am going to use the tool like Wireshark and HCAS. So Wireshark is a tool which is going to capture the packet, and we are going to analyze the packet capture thing using the HCAS. So I will go in detail. Before that, I can give some example like what we are going to do. I'm going to illustrate some example to for the packet capturing. So in our example, there's a scenario like two persons are chatting using an application, and during the chat they are sending some information like a file that's been transferred. So we are going to concentrate to retrieve that file. So here is the example like already there's a packet that has been captured during the transfer. So in that packet, now we are going to analyze how we can identify what is the thing happened between them, and as well as is there any other file that has been sent between them. So let's go to the Wireshark. Like if you see this slide, there's an IP address that is given like 192.158.158. It is the IP address which is being used. IP address is nothing but a system. The system is being used to send the detail. That system is being used to chat. So now we are going to analyze what are the chatting things that has happened from this IP address. Now let's go to Wireshark. Here we are going to see that example like in this example a packet is being captured during the chat session. Okay, this packet there are you can see like if you are scrolling, you can see like 400 to 300 transactions that has been happened between the users. There's a list of IP address that has been transferred. So we will be getting like 1,000 to 5,000 packets, 1,000 to 5,000 transactions within a minute or within some certain amount of time. So to make analyze from this packet is a crucial task. So let me illustrate. Let me say that how to make it so simple. So in Wireshark, there is a tool like there is an option like statistics. When you click on statistics, you'll be getting a conversation. There is a menu like statistics, and you can click the conversation. In the conversation, you'll be getting many details like Ethernet, IPv4, IPv6, TCP, and UDP. I already told you about the TCP and UDP layers because TCP and UDP protocol. So TCP protocol and UDP protocol are essential things in the transport layer. Using that layers, using the protocols only, the packet is being transferred from one system to another system. So now we are going to concentrate on TCP and UDP protocol. Now, let me say I am going to choose TCP. Why? What is the reason? Why I am choosing TCP is here we are concentrating on chatting thing. Chatting thing will happen only between two users when the connection is established and it is secure. So in our case, I am going to use TCP. So TCP layer contains many things like you can see there is an IP address like from A to B is having some transaction. It is mentioned so. So in our case, as I've shown you already in the PPT, the IP address that I am going to concentrate is 1.158. So in this case, only two things are there. 158 address is there, only two transactions. So one thing is having a port number 51128 and another is having a port number 5190. So I am going to analyze these two packets. Other things I won't analyze because I am going to concentrate only in the IP address 1.15. So let me say now I am going to follow the first one 51128. Okay, I am clicking that, I am giving the follow string. So here you are getting some details like there is the information which is saying that here is a secret recipe. I just downloaded it from a file server. just a copy of the number, etc. So this is a chat that has been happened between one user and another user. This is the information that has been sent from one user to another user. So we clearly can identify that there is a file that has been transferred, like there is a file named recipe.docx that has been transferred from the user to another user. So that is clear. I already told that there are two packets. In this first packet we have some information, and in the second packet I am going to analyze the second packet now. So in the second packet, why I am choosing is there is a port number involved, like 5190 is the port number that has been involved. If you Google the port number 5190, it will say some information regarding that port number. That port number is being used by many chatting applications to transfer the files and chatting history. So let me follow that stream. Like I can click that and I will follow the stream. This is the port number that has been used for the transfer of file. So we can see the details which is given, like some dump is there, text data dump is there. Here is the information, original information. From this information we are going to extract the file which is named as recipe.docx. So how to do that we are going to see now. So this is the entire thing. Now I am going to save this file as a raw. So how to save this? You have to go to the show and save as data. Now we have to click raw. So we have raw data. So we are going to simply save this raw data in any file, like save as. We can save it in the desktop. It will be easy for us to do. So we can give any name, and .raw is essential. So we are going to give secret.raw, secret3.raw is there. Okay, I am giving save. So now a file. This is the conversation. Every conversation, each and every conversation is available now as a raw format to us. So now we are going to the desktop. So desktop is the location where we have saved that file. So in the desktop we can see that secret3 is there. This is a file that has been saved during that change. Okay, now open the file using the X editor. Okay, this is the thing that has happened between the chat during the IP chat. This is the detail. Entire detail is available now. Now here we are going to extract the content from this application. Okay. Before that, we know that the file has been transferred as recipe.docx. So we need to understand some concept, like what is that format of the file? The format is nothing but docx. If you Google for the magic number of the file, you can find that the magic number of the file is 54B03 and 04. So this is the magic number that is useful when we are going to search for that file in the extracted content. So if you go to the raw format, it will be available like this. So here, where the original file is to be found out, it will be helpful by the magic number that we found. For example, we are type that content like 54B0304. Why we are typing that content is because this is the magic number for .docx format. Similarly, you will be having separate format for each and every file. So we need to identify what is the type of the file, and after identifying the type of the file, you can Google for the magic number of the file. Once we are searching for the magic number, it will give the magic number. We have to change the string while after Control F, we have to change into string into hex. Now we can find that type. After that Control, if we are using Control F, we need to concentrate on hex string instead of string which is in the default option. If you are searching the string, it will be pointed at 54B. See here, 54B0304. This is what we saw in the Google, which is given as a magic number for the web document. Similarly, each and every format, each and every type will have their original magic number. We have to identify that magic number. We can Google it simply. So now we found that magic number in the entire content. Now what we are going to do is we are going to erase the outer data. Other data we are going to erase. So above the 50, we have to erase everything. So we can erase by selecting also. We can erase. Okay. Now we have erased the other content. Now we are starting the file with 54B03 and 04. This is the starting version of the file now. So what we have done, we have extracted the raw content from the transaction history, and now we have opened the file in the X editor. In the X editor, we have erased each and everything. So we have starting that raw file with 54B. That is what we have done. Now we can simply save this file as a docx format. So again, we are going to save the file in the desktop. So desktop. So we are giving the name result, something as result.docx. Simply click save. So now we can go to the desktop. So that our WAR document is there, which is we are extracted from the content. So now while double clicking that, you'll be getting a message. We can simply click OK on that. You can click yes. So we are getting that file from the chat history. As we have seen so far, this video is right how to capture the packet and analyze the packet. So each time we can catch the packet so easily between the transactions. The only thing that is essential to be understand how we are going to filter out the data. That is the thing that is to be highlighted. Like each time when you are starting your analysis, different analysis methodology should be used. Like it is a simple thing. Whenever you are going for taking that email username or password, or whenever a file is sent in an email, it will be a different format. Like it will be encrypted. So we have to use some decryption methodologies to extract that content. I think you will have understood the concept, and make sure that you are not trying this over public network or anything. And the home it is okay, like to access the details within the home it is okay, but when you are trying in an outer world it will be an issue. So please don't try this out.